Hi, in this video I'm going to first show you some mildew that I discovered on one of my roses last week. And then I'll go on and tell you the mixture that I use both for this on my roses and on other plants and for other uses around the garden on other plants. And I'll also show you the reasons that I use that particular mixture when there are others, and I've used others as well. So then I'll look at some of the rust and the black spot that is also on a couple of my roses, and we'll talk about that. And at the end I'll also add a couple of other things that I do to hopefully stop this issue recurring too badly or too often. So I hope you get something out of this. Now you can see the white pieces on this rose bush here. We'll see how close I can get to this. See there, it carries on all the way over here. This is because we've had a week to 10 days of fairly persistent drizzle and dampness, and this rose is the first one to show signs of mildew. So I'm going to deal with that. Now, the mixture that I use. First of all, I have a spray bottle here, which is just an old spray bottle. It holds 500 mils. Now, for the benefit of people who don't work in litres and mils, these measurements of these products, one is baking soda, just ordinary baking soda, and the other is soap. I use a mild dish soap. So because the measurements for this these items goes into a 1 gallon container, and I wasn't prepared to do the mathematics to use my 500 ml spray bottle. So for 1 gallon of water you put in 1 tablespoon of a mild soap, whatever soap you can get hold of that's reasonably mild. I use this Eco, it's just a mild sensitive soap. I think you can get a agricultural type soap, which I've looked for but can't seem to find. So yes, see what you can find. And so that's 1 tablespoon of the soap and 1 teaspoon of the baking soda mixed in a 1 gallon container, and then you can keep it, I guess, for a short amount of time, and put it in a smaller spray bottle, any spray bottle that you have. So the other things that you could use is some neem oil in place of the dish liquid. I tend not to do that in the summer, or any oil for that matter, on the leaves of my plants, because I think it's might be too inclined to burn the leaves. So I stick to the baking soda. Another one apparently you could do is use 1 or 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Once again, I think that might be a little too harsh for the leaves. So if you can find a mild soap, then use that. So that's what's in my spray bottle, a diluted amount of baking soda with dish liquid. So that's what I use around my any plants with mildew. The other thing you can do, and which I did last year with my sedum, Autumn Joy, it got mildew quite badly, and I used a half and half mixture of milk and water. And because that's pretty much in the shade, I did do that at this time of the year, but I wasn't really concerned about it because there wasn't much fierce sunlight on it anyway. And that worked really well, the half and half milk and water. So those are the options. Now with the roses, it's the time when the black spot starts and the rust. So I'll be using that spray on the roses as well. But first I'll be trimming off all these leaves that do have that on them, and only leaving the ones that aren't touched yet. So what I use also is this neem granules, which I put around the base of my roses, and possibly if I had done another spread of it more recently, I might have avoided some of this, but we've had such damp and hot weather alternating that it's pretty hard to avoid this on your roses. Some people spray them with all sorts of chemicals, which I don't really want to do, and other people, even with big rose growers, just leave it and enjoy the flowers. So looks like I've got a bit of work to do here. If I want to halt this, it's just about, yes, you can end up almost defoliating the rose bush, which I don't really want to do. So this evening I've cleaned off, well, I've sprayed this rose probably twice today. Could be a bit of an overkill, but anyway, we'll see how it goes. And I've given each of the 4 roses a bucket of water, and I've spread some neem powder under each one. So I've done that with 4 roses. This one here had a little bit of black spot and a wee bit of rust, so I've cleaned her off. This is Fragrant Cloud, and bucket of water and some neem, cleared away any fallen leaves, and spread some neem powder there. And the other one is my climber over here. It was quite bad. I've cleaned that all off, cleaned the worst of the black spot off, and done the same here, neem powder around it, and hoping that will stall it a bit, because really it's only just midsummer. So the other one that was really bad, or seemed bad until I started picking damaged leaves off, it's not so bad. This is Sharifa Asthma, a David Austin rose, and it's just getting set for its second flowering, so it's looking much better now. So I'll just show you this rose here. She's rather sweet. So that's her, all clean. There's the neem powder, and she's had a bucket of water as well. So that was the worst of the roses that I have, and I'll be checking the rest out over the next week or 2. So do let me know in the comments if you have some tried and true methods of taking care of pests and diseases in your garden without the use of harsh chemicals. That would be really good to be able to share some of that knowledge. Thank you for watching.